up, Cheryl. Cheryl, tell us about Labor Day. Cheryl?
Oh, boy. Labor Day. Well, actually, I don't even think today's children have any idea what Labor Day means. I think that Labor Day probably was started back in maybe the days of the Union. I'm not really sure the history of Labor Day, but I bet Greg knows. However, actually, I don't really celebrate Labor Day other than going to the beach. It's a great time to go over to St. Pete Beach or go camping. And other than that, my Labor Day festivities aren't very exciting. It's kind of like Memorial Day. Although when I was a kid growing up, Memorial Day and Labor Day were very important. I grew up in southern Illinois, and when I was a young kid, and Memorial Day and Labor Day, my great uncles were in World War, Lord knows, I. And they used to all march around, and they'd have they had a square in this town, and they would march around the square, and then we'd all march to the cemetery. And today, when I tell my grandchildren that, they have no idea what in the world I'm talking about. And these people could squeeze themselves into these uniforms with their buttons popping open, but they were all so proud of their country. And the whole town was proud of them, and the people would march and bands would play. And actually, it was a very patriotic time. And so I kind of put Labor Day and Memorial Day together as today they're actually holidays that people get off work on, and I don't think they fully celebrate them the way Americans should, because they really have a meaning that is important to this nation. Thank you.